the banks of the River Tyne. Take me home to the place that I call mine. It's a place I love best, 'cause it's better than the rest. Take me home to the banks of the River Tyne. There's lights that burn so brightly, in the northeast sky they shine. From the place that Geordies worship, where legends wear number 9. You can travel right round the world, even meet the Pope in Rome. But nothing beats the feeling of when you come back here to home. No matter how life changes, we'll never be far apart. The northeast always home, and it's always in your heart. Take me home to the banks of the River Tyne. Take me home to the place that I call mine.
Good morning, everybody, on this Tuesday morning. It's a cold morning here as well. I hope you're all well. And before I get into the show, guys and girls, if you like what you see, please smash the likes. It really does help the channel up the search results, so smash those likes. Thank you very much. Also, if you're brand new to the channel, then please hit the subscribe. Free to do so, helps the channel grow, and the bell notification tells you when I'm live, have a pre-record, or any upcoming shows. So I'm currently on 406 subscribers, so thank you to everyone who has subscribed so far. And now on the way to, starting the way towards 500. So fantastic indeed, everybody. So we've got a couple of things going on at the moment. The first one is involves this guy here, Karius. So as we know, he came in on Sunday in the final, made his debut for us, and first goal he could do nothing with. Now, some people are questioning about the second goal. Could he have done better? My opinion, I'm not so sure, because he did go down to save Rashford's shot. That was a bit of a mouthful. He went down to save Marcus Rashford's shot, and as he went down, obviously it looped off Botman's foot, went over him, and obviously when he's on his way down, it's trying to get back up quickly, and it's hard to do that. So I don't think you could really blame him for that. I think if it doesn't hit Botman's foot, he saves that shot. It doesn't go anywhere else. But he did pull off a few fantastic saves in the game, especially that one from Weghorst. And to be fair, I didn't think he played too bad. Yes, at first his kicking was a little bit erratic, but remember, this guy ain't played since 2021, so he hasn't played for 2 years since he left Union Berlin. So, we've got to give the guy some credit. But no, I thought he played fine, and he wasn't too bad, and he kept the score down to 2-0. He could have folded after that. He could have, but he didn't. The media were expecting him to fold. That's what the media were looking for. They were waiting for him to have a horror of a game, so they could blast him all over the news. But that didn't happen. So the newspapers, the media, didn't get the story that they were hoping for. They kept putting him down. I mean, before this match started, the Daily Mail or Daily Express, one of the two, said, Karius has had a howler in the warm-up. A ball went in past him, and they took photographs of it and put it all over the media to see, look, he's having a howler already, and the match hasn't started yet. This is how the media in this country crush people, It's just absolutely despicable. It's disgusting, And I'm glad he went out there, and I'm glad he pulled off a few good saves, because that'll have proved the doubters wrong, that actually he's not a bad keeper after all, and he isn't a bad keeper. He just had that bad time in that Champions League final, which we all know was concussion, and it's about time the media just let it go now. But anyway, more of why we're talking about Karius. And reports in Italy state that Inter Milan are eyeing a move up for Karius in the summer, because obviously he'll be out of contract in the summer, and they're needing a replacement for Samir Handanovic, who is retiring, and they're looking at Karius as a possible backup to Andre Onana next season. They said he's on Inter Milan's radar, and they said he could potentially make the switch because given that he's dating the Italian television presenter Diletta Leotta, so because his partner, she works in Italy, they think that may make Karius move to Italy as well. As they're looking for because they say Inter are looking for a low-cost signing who could replace Handanovic. They are looking at other keepers from like Monza, Sampdoria, Salernitana, but now they're looking at Karius, and he's their main focus. I mean, they're saying Karius is very happy at Newcastle, but they said he could be willing to move to Milan on the account of his partner. So again, you know, it's come from an Italian journalist. But, you know, I mean, at the end of the day, should we let him go, or should we sign him on a new deal? I mean, you know, we should give, all in all honesty, I think we should tie him down to a new deal, because I think he played okay the other day. I didn't think he had a bad game. But overall, no, I think we should tie him down and maybe keep him as a number 2. You know, we'll probably get rid of Darlow in the summer, maybe Dubravka as well. And I think he could be quite capable of coming in and being a number 2. You know, give him the full pre-season at Newcastle with Eddie Howe, play him in a few games, play him in the Carabao Cup next season. Yeah, why not? Give the guy some confidence back. Eddie Howe could get this guy back to the best that he was. He needs a break in football, and maybe Newcastle's the one that gives him it. Yes, Inter Milan might be tempting, but then you're just going to be sitting there on the bench, basically, as well, like you are at Newcastle. But Newcastle, you're involved in the project, so it's probably a better idea to go to Newcastle where you've got the project. I mean, what do you think, guys? Get your comments in, even after the show's finished. Leave your comments. Do you think we should sign Karius on a long-term deal? Do you think he extends his contract? Do you think he earned an extended contract after his performance on Sunday? You know, as I say, yeah, his kicking was a little bit out at the times, but that was probably down, 1, nerves, because he's playing in a huge game, and 2, that he hasn't played competitive football for a couple of years. But I thought he handled things pretty well. Even the shots that were coming in, even though they weren't mega shots, like hard shots, but they were still going down, he still had to get his hands behind them, and he did. All in all, I thought he was okay. So, in my opinion, and this is my opinion, but, you know, guys, I want yours opinions as well. I really think we should sign him on a longer deal. I think tie him down. I think open contract talks to them and say, right, do you want to stay here? We'll offer you this. Do you want to stay? That's what I would do. And yeah, I would definitely say that. Yes, okay, his partner might be a presenter in Italy, but, you know, at the end of the day, it's where Loris Karius feels comfortable. And if he feels comfortable at Newcastle, then he stays here. You know, so let's see what happens anyway in this story, whether it develops into anything more or not. But yeah, I mean, yeah, let's just see what happens, and we just have to wait further developments on whether this story develops any further or if it just fizzles out. But it's just a sign that if Milan are looking at him, Inter Milan that is, then obviously there must be some sort of truth in it anyway. But we wait and see on that one. But you see, at the end of the season, he can't go anywhere until the end of the season. But it's whether the club want to time down to a new long-term contract, and we'll find that out, I should imagine, before the season ends. So, in other news, guys, we've spoke about Karius now. So, in other news, Simon Jordan has come out. Yeah, again. This guy just never gives up, does he? Absolutely does not give up. Now, he's telling Amanda Staveley to dial down her fake humility after saying owners were humbled by the fan support at the Carabao Cup. Because after she commented and thanking the fans, she's told the supporters that this is just the beginning, because obviously not only fans who went the ground, but obviously fans who had no ticket travel to London, thousands, and the atmosphere was absolutely fantastic. I mean, she did say on Talks, she went on the Talksport to say, look, I was very proud of all the fans after the defeat at Wembley. Everybody, I was crying, my son was crying, we were all crying. It was amazing. At 2-0 down, we had flags going, the passion from everyone. They've taken us on this journey. She says, we will win the Carabao Cup, we will win the FA Cup, we will win the Champions League, we will win the Premier League. She says, this is all about the amazing fans who have taken us on this amazing journey. We are just honoured and humbled and feel very privileged to run Newcastle United. She also said, we don't deserve the amount of support we have as owners, and we are very humbled by what's happened today. She says, yes, sir, our Ramayan is here. We're so excited to come in London. Look at the scene in Trafalgar Square last night. She says, next time we will get there. But obviously, Jordan's obviously clashed with her before, and he says it's all PR spin. This is what Simon Jordan has quoted. He said, I think they've done what they anticipated they would do. This is just PR spin. You knew you were buying a football club, and that if you got them to a League Cup final, you would inundate London with the fans. He says, let's dial down the fake humility and look at the reality. You are the owners of a big club in England. I think it's ridiculous to turn around and say you didn't expect that. If I bought Newcastle and set the town on fire, I would know that the Newcastle getting to a cup final that in London would be inundated, because they've got remarkable fan base. He was then asked if anything wrong in her congratulating the fans. He says, no, absolutely not, but I think it's all wonderful PR spin. But Martin Keown, who was co-hosting with him, disagreed with Simon Jordan. He says it's not PR spin, and Simon Jordan says it is, but Keown says, no, it's the emotion. She got emotional at the end, and the fans would never have heard that under Mike Ashley, would they? So to say we really deserve the fans because their support, he says, I think it's good. And Jordan says, no, it's all rubbish. It's prosperous rubbish. Prosperous rubbish. He says, because that ownership model absolutely deserves those fans being behind them. They have walked into a club, spent more money in 1 year than probably Ashley spent in 5 years. You've bought it off the tyrant who's given the town and now given the town a feel-good factor. So the one thing you do deserve is an absolute support and fan base. You've just got them to a cup final. He says it's entirely appropriate that Amanda Staveley is patted on the back for the appointments that have been made by her and others. And as a fan, if you cannot be behind what they're doing now in Newcastle, when in God's name would you be behind it? But let's get past the sentimental rubbish. So again, Simon Jordan clashing with Amanda Staveley. He clearly has an agenda against her. He clearly doesn't like Amanda Staveley. And Martin Keown talked him down and said, no. And Martin Keown was all for it. So we know what Simon Jordan's like. The man's a total prick, to be fair. And, didn't even do his own self-justice when he was running Crystal Palace. So how he can even criticise other owners is unbelievable. But, the guy just, I just don't get it with Simon Jordan whatsoever. But there we are. So that's where we are with that now. So get your comments in. Should we keep Loris Karius? Should we make sure we tie him down? Yes or no? Give you reasons why. If you give a quick reason, yes, keep him. No, we don't want him. If you don't want him, why don't you want him? And Simon Jordan criticising Amanda Staveley for being emotional. Well, I'm sorry. To me, that's not PR spin. That is Amanda Staveley talking from the heart. She's a northern lass at the end of the day. She's from North Yorkshire. And, she tried to get the club a lot earlier than this, and she eventually got she got the club going. She brought that ownership model to the club. She did very well in what she's done to bring this to the club and get this club bought off our previous owner. And look where we are now. It's amazing to think that when you spend a little bit of money, look how much you can change your club around. And I believe in the summer, as Fabrizio Romano has come out and said, he expects us to be really busy this summer. And I think we will be really busy in the summer. But guys, and girls, I mean, this is just the beginning. It's just going to get better and better. Let's see where we end up this season. Let's hope we stay in a European place at least this season. Whether it's Champions League, Europa League, or Europa Conference League, it doesn't matter where we stand. Wherever we are, we're going to have to look to strengthen anyway, regardless, and then push on again next season. Because we know the Premier League is going to be a tough league. But guys, coming to the end of the show now. If you like what you see, then please smash the likes. It does help the channel up with search results, so smash those likes on your way out. Also, if you're brand new to the channel, please hit the subscribe. Free to do so, helps the channel grow, and the bell notification tells you when I'm live, have a pre-record, or any upcoming shows. So there we go. So all that leaves me to say is have a great day, guys. I may be back with a show tonight. I possibly will, to be fair. And until then, stay safe, stay tuned, and enjoy the rest of your day, whatever you're doing. Probably be at work like myself. But But have a great day, guys and girls, and I will see you in the next show. Bye-bye for now. Goodbye.